So when I wrote the book, Help for Billy, I really emphasized how important it is to be able to look at our children from their perspective, as I've mentioned. But to really say, one of the solutions is let's just ask our kids what they need. Like, what do you need? Some students will tell you exactly what they need, and they have some good insights. Some don't quite know how to verbalize that. But I went ahead and I did a little survey because I said, I want to know, what do children need at school to make learning better? Simple question. So I sent this out to my email network, and at that time it was mostly parents, and the parents then were raising kids with a lot of trauma. And so I asked the parents, I said, would you please give out this survey to your child anonymously, and let's see what the answers are. Well, as the answers started flowing in, it was so obvious to me that they started becoming categorized in 4 different areas. And the first area was their physiological needs. The kids were saying, I just need to have snack time. I just need to be fed. The second part was about safety. Make the bullies stop bullying me. I need to feel physically safe. The third part was about relationship, about love. If I had friends, school would be better. Think about that statement. If I had friends, school would be better. It's not always about the new computers and the Chromebooks and the things that we need for academics. Sometimes it's the little stuff, too, that we have to go, whoa, we can have to really work on helping our kids be able to connect as well. Because the self-esteem is also a big factor. And that's very logical. If you feel good about yourself, do you think that you'll do well in school? Well, yes. When a challenge comes up and you're given a math problem that is very challenging, if you know that you have the ability to do anything you put your mind to, you're going to be able to do that. But if you don't know you're going to be okay even, you're going to have a hard time putting that challenge out to yourself. And you're probably just going to throw your paper away or stomp off and say F you and make your own exit out of the classroom. And these 4 factors are so vitally important for us to start looking at before we can actually do the learning. Now, for you all that had Sociology 101, this may look familiar. Look like Maslow? So I took the liberty to take Maslow's hierarchy and change it into a hierarchy of learning, to put it into the framework that we're working with in schools and say, all right, if we want to get to the top of the pyramid, which is the learning, this is the part where kids are motivated. This is about the ability to problem solve, to think through things, the memory, not just to memorize and retain it, but actually to retrieve the memory. Because when you are stressed out and let me ask you all this, when you guys are hungry and stressed out, any of y'all kind of go into crazy town? I know I do. That's what the hangry commercial is all about. You can't even be human if you're hungry, some of you all. So that's why I made sure you guys knew to get snacks before we had the break. But seriously, you're not very motivated to sit down and read 15 chapters if you are hungry. You're going to go get some food first. We have to be able to take care of these bottom needs. And again, this is why I emphasize that this is also about a community effort to bring in some of the resources to fulfill this bottom pyramid. But the bottom line is that if the pyramid is not satisfied for our students at the bottom, they're not going to be able to do the top. And that really shows the difference between Andy and Billy as well, is that when Billy comes in, Billy is completely dysregulated. Billy's at a place that there's no learning going on. Billy just needs to feel connected. Billy needs to feel that sense of all rightness. I think that when the family falls apart, the next line that our children have for safety is school. And that is the reality of the world we are living in, because families have fallen apart. And if we don't catch them in the schools, where are they going to happen next? Juvenile detention, and then prison. And so which line do we need to really focus on? And again, that's why my heart's desire, a so powerful desire to help our kids be able to have that next sense of safety that says, I am okay. I have someone who connects with me. I know I'm all right. Now, those are my words, but I had a teacher send me a picture of a Post-it note because what she did, she put it out to her students. She said, okay, I'm going to do Heather's survey. She put it out to all her kids. I think it was like 1st or 2nd grade. And she said, you all, on this Post-it note, I want you to answer this one question. What do you need at school? What do I not know about you? What do you need? And so here's one of the responses she got back. And it says, you are the reason I wake up in the morning to go to school. If you want to increase your attendance, then we work on the bottom part of the pyramid. If you want kids who are motivated, it's not just about a new curriculum or a new external reward. It's about relationship. It's about helping to bring down that stress level so that they can feel like they're okay, and then the learning takes place.